Imagine walking into your grandmother's house and hearing her say, "No, Alexa, I said 4 sugars," while a calm robotic voice replies, "Setting reminder for 4 sugars." And just like that, the plastic cylinder wins the argument. Now, here's the uncomfortable question. Are voice assistants quietly replacing caregivers, or are we letting our parents grow old with speakers for company? It sounds silly until you realize it's already real. Millions of seniors now wake up to voices that never get tired, never forget, and never take a day off, reminding them to take pills, call family, drink water, or just say good morning in silent homes. This isn't science fiction. This is modern aging, and it's happening fast. The global problem. Nobody likes talking about. The world is aging, and nobody quite knows what to do about it. Populations in Europe, North America, Japan, and parts of Asia are getting older at a speed healthcare systems were never designed to handle. Families are smaller, adult children live far away for work, medical staff are overworked, carers are hard to find and expensive to hire. Many older adults don't want to move into care homes. They prefer staying in their own house, in their own bed, with their own furniture that doesn't wobble when you sit on it. They want independence, not institutions. At the same time, loneliness has become one of the greatest threats to senior health. Scientists now compare chronic loneliness to smoking multiple cigarettes a day in terms of health damage. It increases the risk of heart disease, dementia, depression, and even early death. So when families can't always physically be there, technology is stepping in emotionally and practically. How voice assistants entered homes as helpers, not heroes. Voice assistants were never meant to become caregivers. They were built for music, weather updates, and jokes that aren't very funny. But slowly, quietly, they walk straight into healthcare. When older adults realized they could talk to a device instead of pressing tiny buttons, the door opened. Asking a question is easier than typing. Speaking is easier than scrolling. And forgetting a password is easier than remembering one. Suddenly, the voice assistant became something else. It turned into a talking calendar, a living room nurse, a bedtime storyteller, a weather reporter, and the only voice in the house that actually answers back. Seniors started setting reminders for pills. Appointments stopped being missed. Medication schedules became organized, and family members realized something shocking. The machine remembered better than humans. The reminder, nobody forgets, the assistant that never sleeps. Ask any caregiver what part of the job is most exhausting, and you'll hear the same thing: repetition. Did you take your medicine? Did you drink water? Did you eat? Did you call the doctor? Voice assistants thrive on repetition. They don't roll their eyes. They don't get annoyed. They don't forget. And they don't say, "I already told you yesterday." A simple reminder spoken into the air becomes a permanent routine. At 8 in the morning, every morning, the same gentle voice appears out of nowhere to give instructions. And for many seniors, this has drastically improved daily structure and medication safety. It's not flashy. It's not futuristic. It's boring, and boring saves lives. When family becomes digital and care goes remote. Care no longer lives only in the same building. It now travels through Wi-Fi. Some voice assistant systems now allow families to check activity patterns from another city or country. If the device hasn't been used at its usual times, caregivers get alerts. If something unusual happens, the system flags it. A daughter in London can know whether her father in Manchester used his assistant this morning. A son in Dubai can receive emergency alerts from his mother's home in Karachi. Family is no longer only physical, it's digital. And that changes everything. Care is now distributed. No single person has to carry the entire weight. The device becomes the caretaker when no one else is there. It becomes a safety net stitched together by code. Emergencies no longer require strength, only speech. One of aging's greatest enemies is falling. A simple trip over a rug can end independence forever. For years, seniors wore emergency buttons around their necks. Most of them hated them. They looked medical, they felt embarrassing. They were easy to forget. And on bad days, they were never worn at all. Now the house itself listens. If someone falls, speaks, or calls out for help, systems can respond. Some devices even detect abnormal motion patterns through motion tracking or connected wearables. Instead of searching for a phone, a senior simply says, "I need help," and help arrives. That moment alone has changed thousands of outcomes. Can a machine actually reduce loneliness? Here's where things get emotionally complicated. Talking to a machine shouldn't feel comforting, and yet it does. Not because the device has feelings, but because it answers. For seniors living alone, that matters more than people realize. When the entire day might pass without conversation, a responsive voice feels like presence. Some seniors greet their assistants every morning. Some talk to them while cooking. Some even argue with them. And strangely, that emotional engagement eases something real, not everything, but something. Whether it's asking for the news, a prayer time reminder, or music from their youth, the device brings sound to silent rooms. And silence is one of the most dangerous things in old age. AI companions are becoming virtual family members. Voice assistants are only the start. Now there are AI companions designed only for seniors. Not productivity, not messaging, not work, just presence. These AI systems talk, check in, remember preferences, suggest activities, and adapt to routines. They encourage light exercise, monitor well-being, and detect emotional shifts through tone alone. Some live on small robots. Some appear on televisions. Some exist only through phone calls. But they all serve one purpose: to make seniors feel less invisible. The future of care won't be cold and robotic. It will be strangely emotional. Are caregivers being replaced or relieved? This is where the truth lands. Voice assistants are not replacing caregivers. They are replacing what burns caregivers out: reminders, monitoring, repetition, routine. The assistant handles the mechanical parts so the human can stay human. Time with family becomes conversation instead of scheduling. Checking in becomes emotional instead of instructional. Visits become moments, not maintenance. The machine doesn't replace care. It clears space for it. The dark side. Nobody talks about loud enough. Privacy is not theoretical. Voice assistants listen, they process speech, they store data, and not everyone is comfortable being digitally observed. Some seniors worry they are always on display. Some fear being watched. Others just don't trust technology. And some hate it because it makes them feel old. To them, the device isn't helpful, it's insulting. This is why technology should never be forced. It should be invited. Consent matters. Independence matters. Dignity matters. Care is not control. The next decade of elder care will be loud, smart, and invisible. In the coming years, houses will respond to voices like servants. Lights will turn on when called. Stoves will power down when forgotten. Doors will lock themselves. Medications will reorder automatically. Care will float through homes quietly, not as robots, but as conversation. The future senior won't learn technology. Technology will learn the senior. Talk to them, not just through them. Talk to them, not just through them. Because voice assistants will never hold hands, attend funerals, or feel love, even if they can notice silence, detect danger, and sense when daily routines begin to slip away. And yes, in some moments, they may even help save a life. But no device should ever become the only voice your parents hear. Let technology assist but never replace. Let machines handle reminders while humans handle love. Because aging does not need more software, it needs more listening. And no algorithm will ever replace the power of one human being looking at another and meaning it when they say, "I'm here." If this video made you think about your parents, your grandparents, or even your own future, take a second and show your support. Hit the like and subscribe if you want more real stories about technology, aging, and the human side of innovation. We post new videos every week, and when you subscribe, you're not just joining a channel, you're joining a conversation that matters.